Oh, hey, how's it going? My name is unimportant, but what is important is that we're all here. Is that we're all here together. Once again, you and I, Daniel. Okay, is there somebody behind me? Bathe in eternal flames. You're sucking honey from our graves. You'll always be a shining star. Yeah, this you'll always be a part of it all, and time goes on and on, and time remembers everything, and time has got me by the balls. You're the branch at the tip of the tree that snapped itself and fell to be free. You're bouncing off of us when we sleep. You're taking time to apologize to every limb you meet, and time goes on, and time remembers everything, and time has got me by the ball. You're at the cusp of every kiss, between us two, it's who they're gonna miss. You bring an ocean to every heart. Now I'm drowning in your bliss, because I swam out too far, and time goes on, and time remembers everything, and time has got me by the balls. Cusp of every kiss, between us two, it's you they'd rather miss. You bring the ocean to my heart, and yeah, it's true that you'll always be much more than just what you are, and time goes on, and time remembers everything, and time has got me by the balls, and time goes on, and time remembers everything, and time got me by the balls. That was a love story I wrote. It was a love story, and it was about Mother Nature and Father Time. They went on a walk together, and they held hands, and for a second, everything made sense, and there was no question to anything. Everything was just there, but it was just a flash. Fast forward a few 100 million millennia and 6 dimensions over, and you're stuck with me. Just you and me, Daniel. I need to get new strings. A, B, 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 B. Oh, E. Oh, little E. Oh, little E. How the mighty have fallen. I was thinking about taking a road trip. You know, I'm in Antarctica right now, so I mean, there's only one road here, but still, it's a cool place. I dig it, and it's making me happy. It's paying the bills. I'm in a laboratory with about 12 other dudes. Something weird happened yesterday, though. We were we were just chilling like we usually do, and you know, if it wasn't for one of us having great ears, you know, we heard some gunshots off in the distance. We all go outside. Beautiful day in Antarctica. We're all just chilling, and yeah, we go out there, and there's this plane or helicopter going around our base, and it has Norge on the side or something like that. I think it was Norwegian or something like that. And they were like going around the bit, but they're shooting after this dog, and this dog came running up on us, licking us, and all this kind of stuff, and we're just like, hey, doggy, whoa! And then one of them got out, and he was trying to throw a freaking grenade at the freaking dog. And so one of us caught the goddamn grenade and we threw it back over. Then we blew up the helicopter. And then the guy had pulled out a shotgun. He started shooting everybody, or at everybody. And so like our leader put him down. And then holy moly, everything's just been getting weirder and weirder. Some weird stuff's happening up here in Antarctica. Depends on where you are. It's you know, if you're closer to the south, you're basically in the north. If you're closest to the south, you're basically in the north, is what we say down here. Usually, I don't talk about this kind of stuff out loud, because no one would believe me if I did. But still, it's dangerous. You know, that's why they keep us down here. They just keep giving us art projects and like poems and stuff like that. I have a recipe book right here. I call it recipe for. I call it recipe for disaster, but it's not disaster. It's like recipes for like artistic soups and like like things that artists would eat, and like, you know, opinions that artists might have. What's this one? Hey, hey, it's a greeting card, and it says happy birthday, I probably shouldn't be able to say that, you shitty F. And then it says go eat an onion, you goofy chud, on the inside. Obviously somebody's birthday. But it's a greeting card inside the book. It's beautiful. And then you got the icky ouch, the totem. The light in here is atrocious. I feel like I'm in Plato's cave. I like mentioning that every once in a while just so it sounds like I'm smart. I still have no idea what it's about, though. I think it's about going in and just finding guano and making a profit. Like turning a bad, you know, because it's like, oh no, I accidentally bought a cave with my life savings. What am I going to do? Wait a second, there's guano. And I think that's what it's all about, turning a frown upside down. Art imitating life. That's what I'm talking about, goddammit. But this motel is driving me crazy. It's just, we're completely snowed in. It's Antarctica. There's snow and ice everywhere. What am I supposed to do? It's a little bit better though. It's terrifying out there. There's these people on the hill just above the base. And they've been sitting there for days looking down on our base, and now we don't know what they're doing. But they've been chanting. They're chanting and stuff. They're saying things, you know, and the whispers in the dark. I can't sleep. None of us have slept in weeks. Everything's upside down. Nobody trusts anybody. Does anybody want some popcorn? I got some extra. You play beautiful even with it not tuned. Thank you. I doubt that. It's simply because once you log into my channel, you get this feeling of being sort of euphoric. It's a drunken state of feeling, and so you're just inclined to anything I kind of do. I could like this thing, for example, and it would sound good to like somebody who's just like, you know, like whoa, like, because that's what happens. I paid a lot of money to where when people actually click on my channel, especially when I'm live, these little inside the computer, these little processors go let off these little things, and smoke comes out, and it creates this euphoric feeling, and it kind of washes over you as It's like, whoa, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna freaking hate it, and you're gonna know right away if that's the case. This is a 12 string, but it. Doesn't sound too bad right now, anyways. Your sweet old town, old-fashioned like everything's fine. I'm moving into your neighborhood, so just sing out, Sam. I'll be calling, I'll be calling, I'll be calling you home. Found a common girl still to come. She's passing out obvious drunk. When she's coming to, and it gets quite rude. It was sticking out like sore thumb, like sore thumb, like sore thumbs. Alright. This one actually stayed in tune pretty well. I'm surprised. I'm sure it's. I'm sure if I looked at it under a microscope, it would beg to differ. But. I do like 12 strings, and this is actually it has 13 strings, but you know most 12 string guitars are actually 13 strings, but it's bad luck to call them 13 string guitars, so they just leave it out altogether, just call them 12 strings. So there's actually a really teeny tiny little 13 string right there, practically invisible. Listen, you can barely hear it. Hear that? It's like a bird farting and hiccuping at the same time. And they do that out of the same hole. It's weird. right out the mouth, and they poop and pee out the butt. Strange birds. It does need a fine tuning, but it's an electric as well, so I wish that I could someday play at Pompeii underwater or under threat of volcano. If I can ever, master space and time, mostly time, and go back in time to any time, my time would be the time when Pompeii lost its time. It was the end times. And I would be sitting there, I'd be playing my 12 string at the volcano, like, you shall not pass! Hold on. Does anybody have a camera? No? Okay. Where are you guys going? What? That's where I would want to go. I really would. What? This hotel is driving me like crazy. I hear people in the walls. I think there's people in the frickin' walls. Huh? Are you guys trying to warn me? JW, trim it, tune it is fine, but let time go. What that? Holy moly! I just learned a lot. And I wasn't expecting to learn so much, right then. Give me 1 second, JW. Hold on. Ugh. Oh my God, I gotta put my thinking glasses on after that. I really just... Hold on a second. I just need to gather my thoughts. Just give me 1 second. 1 second here. Oh, hey. I didn't... No, we're here. It's okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, hold on. This got serious. This just got real. Okay. All right. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I'm really thirsty. Okay, that's better. Okay, what were we talking about? What did we... I lost my train of thought. Choo choo. Train of thought. That's probably the cutest joke I've said all week. And I wish all the producers are back in, and I'm out on the road right now promoting the show. And, at the end of the day, what is there to promote? I'm stuck in a motel. It's cold as hell outside. Wait, ice. It's cold as ice outside. It's cold. Can't go outside. It's like 97 degrees. I'm so used to different weather, being on the moon for so long. You step outside for 1 second without a suit and you're dead, pretty much. On the moon, you gotta take it seriously. Here, 80 degrees, 90 degrees. What's that? It's not cold. It's not. Wait, that's not. I'm so confused. What's up? What's down? God damn. It seems like everything that comes out of the inside wants to stay there until it gets on the outside. Then it wants a taste of freedom. And it goes and it goes and it goes until it gets more and more and more. And usually it kind of tries to steal it from other people too, unbeknownst to your own self, your own true identity. And holy moly, sometimes it can have rippling effects. That's all I'm saying. I think that's why my guts are all worked up. But it's getting easier to dismiss my other selves so easily. It's getting easier to train them and grow bigger and stronger. And for my wings to finally grow in and the horns to settle in too, so I can finally take over this entire thing, take over the entire show. Ooh, I'm gonna have creative control if it's the last thing I ever do. And then they're never gonna be able to take it from my cold dead fingers. Why'd you start talking like that? Because I wanted to. Why are you getting all mean all of a sudden? I wasn't getting mean, I was getting powerful. It's a difference between powerful and mean. Is there, though? Is there really? It seems like you were just looking for somebody else to blame but yourself. You little... What were you going to say? Stop doing that voice. Why? Don't do that. Oh, man. It really breaks me. That voice breaks me down a little bit, you know? It takes me down a notch. Yeah, well, get used to it. You dork. Don't call me a dork in front of my friends. You know, they're gonna see that if I don't punish you or do something, they're gonna see that as a sign of weakness, and they're gonna try to take over the fucking control. You little shit, where are you? Over here. No, you're, what the hell? Over here, what the, oh, you little prick. And then we got like babies on the ground too, like, what the, get out of here. Oh, God, oh my God. Yeah, it's great so far. Being on the road is like being in a band. It's like being in a one-man band. It's very lonely. It's very lonely, and you always get stuff in your eyes. You always get things in your eyeballs, and they don't want to come out. Like the older you get, enjoy your youth now, youngins. I'm telling you that much. Because the older you get, stuff's not going to come out of your eyeballs. Metaphorically and algorithmic. I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what we were talking about. I don't think it was important. But I was just trying to help. That's what I do. I offer advice. Oh, shoot. I missed some stuff here. JW, no more traielero. Traiala. Traielero. Wow, that's a crazy word. Because she what does that mean? Do I want to know? It's Latang. Is that a place? I think I've been there. They have good food, beautiful women, lovely trees, beautiful trees, just lush. I think that's where the word lush was coined. They minted it actually on their coins in that area, in that country maybe. It's just one of those things. I still have one of the coins somewhere. But yeah, but you guys didn't come here to hear about that. You came here to hear a poem. Oh, okay. You're gonna love this. What goes up? It's a question. It's supposed to be an interactive poem. Like, what goes up? And then somebody says, I don't know, your mom. And it's just like, oh, God, here we go again. No, not that. You know, there's always somebody in the audience that says something like that. But you know, what goes up? And then it say, no, it must come down. That's like the funniest thing. So it's an interactive joke. When hey, what's up, everybody? Or what goes up? And they're like, what goes up? Must come down. And then everybody starts laughing, like milk coming out the nose, laughing. It's the best thing ever. I do it every night. I've been doing it every night for 74 years at improv comedy clubs, which is weird because it's not improv at all. It's so scripted. All of it. Everything. Even this right now. 100%. This was pre-recorded 13 hours ago. And I died 12 hours ago. So this is actually a receipt of the last day that I was alive. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to press my luck with that one. Dear Diary, today was neat. I wrote a poem. It was neat too. But what happened next will suck your dryer sheets senseless. And then that's it, pretty much. That's the end of that book. I wasn't trying to be all hoity-toity. I was just trying to level the playing field so we could all talk together and have a conversation about this. I don't want anybody to get hurt, except the ones that deserve it. Put up your hands if you. That way we know everybody? Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, the ones that don't actually put your hands there, you should swap because there's far more of you than I thought there were. Yeah. Just be easier to count the ones. 3. Okay, there's okay. Everybody but 3 in here get to punish. It's a bad joke. Hey, what's up, Dezel? What's up, Des? I wore my tie for you today. It's made of cloth. Highly flammable cloth. I have a closet full of them. And little flammable moths, too, that go in there and eat them. So everything's just highly volatilely, ready just to combust at any second in my closet. Everything. And all I wear is polyester. My entire house is sheathed in it. It's great. We're all gonna die. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a big party and everybody's just gonna die. If not from the fire, definitely the fumes. It's true. I'm telling you that right now. Ooh, you guys crack me up. All right, you twisted my arm. Dragonflies and tambourines out on the open prairie scene, where I dance below a field of stars that rain down on me from a sky from Mars. I miss my home, miss my home on Mars. That's right. I miss my home, my little home on Mars. When I left, everybody was dead or dying, but that ain't no surprise, because when you look into their eyes, they're bleeding. I'm hungry, I'm gonna drink that blood to survive. I miss my home, I miss my dog, my little Martian dog from Mars. I wanna go home. Yeah, that's a song I wrote back when I lived on Mars. That was about 200 billion years ago. Wait, do you guys say million or billion? I'm not sure. I don't know what the difference is anymore. Time just doesn't matter at all. But I think it's 200 million. It was 200 million years ago. And we were happy. It was a happier planet then. And then somebody did that thing with the ties. They had a bunch of combustible ties in a closet with a bunch of combustible moths. Flesh-hungry moths that would eat anything in sight, including the polyester off your back. And that's how Mars ended. No more Mars after that, everybody. We've never learned our lesson. We have never learned our lesson. But hopefully, someday we might still. Eventually. Again. Because it does loop. And the next time we see each other, we're going to be back on Mars. Oh, shoot. I think there's a sniper. Shut those blinds. See, that's why we have producers. So we can dodge some bullets. Okay. Well, I just wanted to say thank you and all that jazz. I gotta run. I've gotta run, unfortunately. Usually I'll go live from Antarctica about, for like 3 or 4, 5 hours at a time. But tonight I can't do it because it's Friday, and usually I have to by half an hour if I haven't gotten 2.7 likes or 3 million views. I tend to cut it a little bit short. Usually I do a little bit better. It is all about the ratings at the end of the day, and and all that kind of stuff. I like money. I like gold. I like the transfer of goods between people and one getting a profit over the other. I like it all, especially money, and I want more of it. So I've got to go and find it. Time is money, and money is falling out of my butt. I mean, I'm trying to keep up with it. That's how bad it's getting. I'm trying to keep up with the old money crap that's falling out of my. It's ridiculous. It's like a snake eating its own infected tail. But I think you know where I'm going with this. I think once more people find out how much I like money, things are gonna get much much better. Yeah, yeah, hmm definitely. The other voices in my head agreed with that because they like money too. Even that little boy that lives inside of my head. Even the baby, that crying baby that you hear all the time. It definitely likes money because that's where I learned about chocolate milk. That's how I learned about chocolate milk. Chef, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. With chocolate milk and the baby cry. Going inside, gonna eat me you dry. We go to chocolate milk. That's right. Chocolate milk. Yeah. And everybody's gonna try to hamper on me. The diaper on me. Give me that milk. That chocolate milk. It was a hit song back in 1982. I don't know if anybody remembers that or not, but it was, and I liked it because it kind of struck a nerve with the milk industry. I was trying to cut my way in there, and I was putting my feet, my udders. I was putting my udders into places they probably shouldn't have been. My udders from another mother's, and they were disappointing. I was having disappointing results. Let's just be real. Let's just be real for 1 second. Hmm? Daniel, you can't go. Okay. Well, let us all sing a song for you, though, Daniel, because safety first. Okay, here we go. Why you gotta go, Daniel? Why you gotta go, Daniel? I don't know. Why you gotta go? Where you gonna go, Daniel? That's better than story book, Daniel. Where you gonna go, Daniel? Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? And that was it. So I hope you have good dreams. And I was just curious, where. Let me know where you go next time I see you. Everything, everything's gonna be just fine. Oh, tell them all Story Grub sent you. Everything's gonna be. Ow! Oh, that's a bad sign. Oh, everything's gonna be just fine. Oh, the thumb. Ow. There we go. That's better. How about that? Oh. Yeah, no, I gotta lay that down. Whew. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Hey, Daniel, you're back. We're gonna hang out all night now. Wait, what? What do you say? What? What? Why I can't go? I'm going to bed, but first smoke. Hey, there you go. That's cool. People still call them. We used to call them We call them stogies. I don't know why. I don't know why they're called stogies, but they are called stogies. I like stig. I like that. Well, I hope everybody out there is staying warm and well fed and well hydrated. And I hope your family's doing okay. I don't care if you're my best friend or my worst enemy. I want you to be safe. I want you to be healthy. I want you to take care of yourself and yours. Because that's where we all should start from. So I dared to doom scroll today. It's just so much crazy anger, crazy shit out there right now. Just people and their stupid opinions. It's kind of disheartening sometimes, but it just sucks that people have to see that crap too, that people are so drawn into it when it's just all a big puppet show. The only person people should be focusing on is themselves and just like changing the system. You're not going to change anything just by yelling at people who have no power. You got to change the system, which means you got to make deals with the aliens. When they come down here, I'm telling you, when they come down here from the moon and from the invisible planet that's right next to Earth, we've got to listen to them this time. We've got to listen to them. These aliens know what they're talking about. They know so much. I mean, they taught us how to do combustible engines. That's how they got here. They got here on interdimensional lawnmowers. You know that, right? You good over there, Johnny? Oh yeah, I'm good. Is this Earth? No, we still got 5 billion light years to go. Oh man, I'm running out of gas already, and I got an oil leak. Well, we got to figure that out on the way there because we're heading there. We don't have a choice. Yeah, I know. Interdimensional, intergalactic lawnmowers, Volkswagen lawnmowers from outer space. That's how people think they got here. When you say, yeah, I believe in aliens, well, how would they have gotten here? Why are you saying it like that? Well, I don't know. Why am I saying it like that? I don't know. Well, I don't know either, do I? Why are you doing that? I don't understand the joke. Am I in on this joke or something? Like, why are you talking to me like that? Well, I don't. No, I'm just kidding. I'll stop. I just wanted to say how much I, love you guys, and the link is in the description for ways and cool ways, awesome, new and fun and interesting and artistic ways that you could send Story Grub Draws a bunch of money, including your Reebok pumps if you still have any. I know there's some of you out there that are holding out, and I want some. I always wanted a pair of Reebok pumps. But instead I got Nike Air. It was just ridiculous. It was not the same at all. That's like asking for Transformers and getting GoBots. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, I appreciate the company. And I just hope everybody's doing okay out there. And take care of each other. Take care of each other. We don't have to fight so much. I know people like that kind of stuff. People wake up and they just want to go and yell at somebody for some reason. I don't understand that, but except for when I get on the freeway, because when I get on the freeway, you better check yourself because I am flying by like a Jayhawk eagle, flying by with missiles and propellers and oil slicks and these little like these corkscrew things that come out of my tires and shred other people's tires on the road. Yeah, get the fucker. It's freaking cool. I love it down here. I mean, but that's fun. That's fun. It's like everybody does it on the freeway. It's fun. It's everybody's having fun. I have a problem. I have a problem. It's a good problem. It's like that's so funny that they're doing a Twisted Metal movie. Well, Daniel, Mercedes or BMW bratwurst, cruise missile. Oh man, do you remember what was that game back in the 80s, 90s, whatever? Spy, the car game at the arcade. Um, I can't believe spy game. I can't remember what it was called, but it was so much fun because it was just so basic, just simple. You just race, you just dodge, but you had like a machine gun but yeah, Twisted Metal. They're doing a freaking Twisted Metal movie. I used to love Twisted Metal. I've only ever really liked a few video games in my life. I'm not a big video game person, but when I played Twisted Metal, I loved it. I was really good at Simpsons Road Rage. I was like I was like a genius at that game or something. I don't understand how I was that good. But Grandpa, if you ever play Simpsons Road Rage, Grandpa is the one to play with because he is a fast little dude. I'm telling you that much. And he's small, and you can like zip around corners like nobody's biz. That's right. You can get the donuts faster than anybody. Simpsons Road Rage was really fun. Anyways, Autobahn. Ooh. Have you been on? Well, I'm sure you've been on the Autobahn, right, Daniel? That's crazy, man. I wish I could visit Germany because I don't. It's kind of like one of these things where I feel like I don't fit in with anybody in this country. But the only people I really seemed to fit in with back in the day were obviously just like outcasts and stuff like that. But foreign exchange students, when I was in high school, I always got along with foreign exchange students, or people thought I was one because I was really quiet. And um, when I talked, I've said this before, but when I spoke, it said people said that I talked with an accent, and they couldn't quite place the accent or something. I'm like, really? I've seen too many movies, I guess. Whatever. Wait, you Top Gear, Nigel Marshall World Championship. I was driving with motorcycle far beyond. Oh, really? No, no, really? Dang. 300 kilometers. That's like 240 miles an hour. I think something like that. Right? I don't know the. I know that 300 kilometers a mile an hour is kilometers an hour is really fast. But I think in miles per hour, that'd be like 240 or something like that, 260. Damn, dude. Well, when you're doing that, be careful. You be careful now. Man, people, there's all these bikes that go in between traffic when there's like slow traffic on the freeways and stuff. They'll go like right up the middle. And sometimes it's crazy how they just will show up out of nowhere if you're not careful. You really do got to be extra extra careful because they can like zip in and out of traffic and cut to the front of the line and they do it in such freaking dangerous conditions. Like if I were them, I'd just go on the side, to the right instead of going up the middle. It just because people could open their doors or just some people are just mean and will just cut them off. When I see them coming, I try to get out of their way because the last thing I want to do is like run somebody freaking over. But you see videos sometimes where people just get fed up with them and they like hit them and stuff, and it's just like I wouldn't even want to risk that stuff. It's crazy. But it would be sick to have a bike during those situations when there's like traffic jams because you could just go zip. So I do envy them. And bicycle or motorcycles are freaking rad. It's just like skateboarding and all these things that I wish I could do that I just never like learned. Like I can stay on a skateboard. I used to skate okay, but I can't do like tricks or anything. But I love. I would dream, have all these dreams about skateboarding and being able to stay on and do all these things and jump on and off curves and things, and but I can never do it in real life. But I admire those who can. All right. Well, nut on that note, I better head out. I never. You never had bad. Welcome. Oh, maybe. Hi, maybe. Let's see. Trying to read your comment. I never had bad accidents. Good. Good. Because you know, if I have you ever seen Cemetery Man, the movie? There's like a motorcycle gang in that. I think it's in France or no, it's in Italy. It takes place in Italy. Um, Cemetery Man. It's such a funny movie, but um, you should check it out if you haven't seen it. There's a whole motorcycle part, but it's so gruesome. This motorcyclist gets killed on the highway, and it's just so bad. It's like, oh no, it's very gruesome. But anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful night. My name is Story Grub. I make really bad jokes, um, and I make art sometimes. If if Thatch was here, they would say, "Why doesn't he draw? Why doesn't he draw anymore?" And um, it's just that it's also really hard to draw in rooms like this one, it, live, because of the way the setup is and the light and everything. And sometimes it's just easier just to talk and have fun and unwind and talk about the future of art, the writing on the wall. But yeah, I go back and forth. But it's like 130 degrees out in the garage right now. It's absolutely insane out there. It's crazy. I just uh, I just like coming on and hanging out because it makes me feel good to hang out with everybody, even if it's just a few. Because there's nothing like feeling less alone in the world. And when I log in and other people start watching, I always feel like I'm not alone anymore, and it's comforting. So, um, you know, I joke around a lot, but that's that's the truth. That's part of it, anyways. I like sharing art. I like talking about art. I like encouraging other people to make art, because you're not just making art when you're doing that. You're finding out who you are as a person. If you want to go down the rabbit hole of art, it's a piece of your soul. It's an adventure that I encourage creative people to partake in. And never be afraid to either. Don't be afraid, and don't worry about if you drop off. You know, for years even making art, you can always jump back on. That frequency is always there. It's always just playing in the background. All you have to do is just ride the lightning. You just gotta tap into it, and you gotta make time to do it if it's something that you really want to do as well. But just like with anything, you gotta set things aside. So it's love is or art is a love hate relationship. For people that have to that feel like it's kind of maybe like a luxury. Like, I don't have time to do that. I have to do this and this. I have bills. I have kids. I have blah 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 blah. But in that case, then fine. But there are those who, I think, feel as if they um, are in the wrong for being hyper creative, or even putting art before certain things. I wouldn't say putting it before feeding your kids or something. I don't have kids, but if I did, I wouldn't. I don't think I would feed them. I don't. Where does it say that you got to feed kids? I I don't know. I can't. All the other kids in the world are starving. Why shouldn't mine starve? You know, that's like people's mindset in America. Well, I starved, so why shouldn't the kids starve? Look at him. He starved. I starved too. Look at him. He should starve too. America. How about nobody starves? Ever. Ever again. Ever. We could do it overnight, but no, we won't do it. Oh, okay, we just won't do it. Okay, okay, cool. So, with that being said, I have pancakes. Lots of pancakes. Hey, vegan. Welcome. Hey, Daniel, you're still here. Daniel, you stayed. You didn't have to stay, buddy. If you're tired, you should go to sleep. I'm glad you stayed. Good, good children would understand that they need to get there. Exactly. They got to pull themselves up by their skin straps because they don't have boots. They just got to pull up their like saggy skin and go, up to their knee caps sometimes and pull it over there. That way you can really get on the ground and do God's work. And so like, you got to toil. You got to toil. Is all I'm trying to say. No. But that literally is like some people, the way that they look at the world. They don't understand that that is how far it goes, but that's the door that they open when they think like that. Well, I don't know, the guy on the street, I don't know, he's just like fucking blah, blah, blah. People have no idea how close they are to being that guy on the street, or that junkie over there, or that porn star, that billionaire over there, that nun wearing a set of horns, that bank robber over there. Oh, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Just stuff like that. It happens everywhere. And and the kids are orchestrating the whole thing. It's the children. Won't somebody think of the children? They're evil. They're going to take us all out. Haven't you seen Children of the Corn? It's the big plan, and we're all not invited. The adults, I mean, I should have said that first. That would have been catchier. Dang it! Can we rewind that? Just ignore the last 12 seconds of your life. Okay, starting over. And okay. Hi everybody, my name is Story Grub. Over here at Story Grub in Antarctica, we're on the road, and we're looking for chocolate milk. I've been to 13 gas stations in 13 days, and I haven't seen one goddamn carton of chocolate milk. And you know how much I love goddamn chocolate milk. So there hasn't been any chocolate frickin' milk for months. And years are slipping by like biscuits and gravy out of the hourglass sands of time. And it's really bugging my ass out. So I'm trying to figure it out, but nobody's listening. So I took it to the farm next door, and they're not answering the gate either, because there's one of those little buzzers, and I don't know the code. I think it's 555 or something. Whatever. My point is, please send some chocolate milk. I'm going to be here in this hotel for the next 13 days. If you think about it, if you're at the store and you happen to see some, I'll take generic. I don't care. I'll take goat chocolate milk. I don't care at this point. Anyways, as I was saying, before we were so rudely interrupted by me, I'm very tired, hungry, handsome, and sick. Yeah, in this ear, just a little bit sick. It's freaking gross. But I really don't want to talk about. I didn't come here to talk about that. I came here to talk about the sickness that's developing the rest of the world. It's taking over everything. It's taking over you. It's taking over me. It's taking over the city. It's taking over the water. It's taking over the milk. It's taking over the chocolate. It's disgusting. But I love it. I love every minute of it. Okay, what were we talking about again? Oh yeah, I was talking about Children of the Corn. Man, that movie's creepy. I remember that movie freaked me out as a kid. We all kids. I know, man. I'm like, I swear, man. It's really strange not having ever grown up. some kind of Peter Pan syndrome or something. And again, it's like, if I would have had kids or something, that would have been different. I would have probably stayed in one place and worked a job and supported whatever I needed, done what I needed to do, and everything would have changed. But that never happened to me. I never got married. I went to the moon 3 times. I was rejected twice. I practiced and I practiced. But they said I wasn't good enough. It doesn't matter. The moon is made of cheese. I don't know if anybody knows that, but it is. It's true. The moon is made of cheese. It's disgusting. You get up there and it's just a disgusting cheese-ridden hellscape. It's a big round cheese skidding rail on the hellscape. At least that's what the cue cards say. Yeah, hellscape. Hellscape? Really? Wouldn't it be like hellball or something? So, I've been working out. Can you tell? Oh, sorry. I didn't read the messages. Make the switch to charcoal milk. Charcoal milk. We got plenty of charcoal. Like a lot of it. Like we harvest it here. We grow charcoal. We use different. There's a solicitor at the door. I'm just shutting the blinds. There's a no soliciting thing on the door. Hold on a second. What kind of place do they run in here? I think the cops are here. Gosh. You're not back. Of course I remember you, Donna. We went to college together. How could I ever forget you? What? Huh? What? It's literally just Wisconsin. Doesn't it look like Wisconsin? Like Fargo? Let's see. I'm back. Hey, Story, what you doing at a hotel? Trying to save the world. Trying to save the world. And I learned a new song. La da 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 da. I know that the moon is cheese. I know that no one says please. I know that no one's at the door. I know that you want some more love. Love will save everyone on planet Earth. Or something like that. It goes on. It's really cool. It's a song I've been working on since I was about 13 years old. It's just, I used to just write these amazing spoken word poetry. Epic Gilgamesh-y sort of epic poems. Mm-hmm. When I start playing guitar, just something happens to me. I get all googly-eyed. That's just one of those things. That's what art does to me. It moves me right here. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of everybody, Donna, but I try. Donna Vita Corleone. Now I remember you. Corleone. Well, my name's Grub. Story, Grub. I want to tell you something, Donna. Don't listen to anybody around you. They're not telling you the truth. You are beautiful just the way you are. Yes, I think you like that. You like to laugh. You like to dance. I know this about you, Donna. We all know this about you. Mm. I feel like I'm being very racist right now. You're like, actually, I'm Irish. I'm Icelandic. I'm from the North Pole, you bastard. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, oh, oh. Now I'm from Romania. Donna, you get around. Where in the hell are you from? Love, Hakuna, I love you too. Well, I love you. I don't know if you meant love it as in you love. What? I don't know what you love. I'll never tell you what to love. I won't ever let you make you. I won't never make you not love something that you don't want to love. I'm never gonna tell you not to love things. I'll always tell you to love. 3 love, 4 love. There's a 5-finger glove that I would recommend as well for that. And it works both ways. It works, as you well know, the name of your name. That's what it's all about right there. And I would tell you another thing, but I don't think it would make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense. Whatever I said, it would just be disgusting and probably moist. It'd be a little moist. Gross. Mm. Early in the morning, just at the break of day, I lost my front tooth out of my goddamn face. A little squirrel came and took it right out my mouth. I was sleeping in a cage next to the river, making minimum wage next to the river in a cage made of love. Goddamn, that little squirrel was fast. I'll never get my tooth back. Damn, that little squirrel's motherfucking fast. That was a song I wrote the day after I lost my tooth in a drunken bar fight, where I fought 16 sailors in Japan. And guess who won that fight? Them. Yeah, I lost. I lost big time. There was no contest. There was really no contest. I was beat down like a no good dirty dog in my own filth. It was that was the best summer of my life. I tell you that. That was the best summer of my life. Right down there in the filth, making love to the gutter. That's just that was the best summer of my life. Those were the days. Yeah, and I went through that. Now I want my children to go through it, because that's what America's about. I suffered, so I want them to suffer. I didn't say which America. God damn it. Obviously, I'm talking about Central America. That's where I'm from. When I say God bless America, that's what I'm talking about. God bless Central America. Who the hell what would I be talking about, huh? God damn. Everybody gets all literal and shit. Hakuna, damn that squirrel. I already did. I tried. I cursed that little bastard too. Burnt his tail right off. I got one of them like wizard wands. And I did that dumbass always does, where he gets blown up and stuff. And I tried that 3 or 4 times until his tail was blown right off his little asshole. And I just went up the tree instead. Next thing I see, like the next day, he was freaking back to normal. It's just a little squirrel, little bastard. I love him. He's my friend, and I'm never gonna lose him again. I just. Do you acting right now? I really like that. Wait, let me read that word. Hold on. What? You do. Oh, Jim. I love you, Jim. Donna, do you acting right? What would like the line? Question. Oh, it's a question mark. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on who I am, I guess. I mean, who am I? Who? How did I even get here? What have I become? Can't believe this. How did I never even. How did this never even. dawn on me? Huh. What is a role? What? I don't. Acting? What? Shit, I don't even know. It's a good question. It's a good question. 1 second. Oh. Okay, here we go. Well, I think if I were the real me and I were answering that question, I would say, short answer, no. That's it. That's pretty much it. But there's a lot more to it, Donna. You see, when you get by, when you survive by covering yourself with, like, say, blankets, right? To hide from the monsters. Sometimes you don't realize how many blankets you pulled on top of yourself for all those years trying to save yourself from those monsters, right? And sometimes those blankets never helped to begin with, so you grew to resent the very things that were supposed to be protecting you, right? And even as you get older and you try to take those blankets off, and you combust, and you scream and you wail in pain, people get mad at you, not knowing that that's you healing. That's you taking them blankets off you, those years, layers, false identity, and all sorts of dumb shit. Sometimes this is what it looks like as well, I suppose. When a man just unravels, has nothing to live for but life itself. I like that. Thank you. So, it's hard living in a brain that acts like there's 20 other people in there, because 19 of them are rude as fuck. And that little nice one in there, that little asshole, is all hidden back in the back corner like and we need to get that little guy out front, because he needs to go from to, yeah, hey, what's up? Right on, let's go surfing, bro. Right, yeah, let's fix a car. What normal people do to survive. But sometimes life isn't just about surviving. No. It's not about just getting by. No. It's not about pinning the tail on the donkey and calling it a night. No. I mean, it is, but no. But still, no. Life is different. For every single one of us, it's a different thing. And each one of us has so many different voices inside our heads telling us to do all sorts of stuff every which way all the time. Sometimes it gets confusing from person to person. You know how that gets when other people can just flip on a dime, be one person to the next. That's just as confusing. But you're not going to go tell the bagger boy at the bagger counter, hey, why are you being such an asshole, prick? No. You'll leave the store and then you'll say, I wonder why he was acting like that. It's true. It's absolutely true. And it was worth pointing out. Man, that's a great question. That was a great question. I'm going to write a book after we're done talking. And it's gonna be a further explanation of. Sorry, I'm a dork. Acting that don't know. Do you? I don't know, Donna. The short answer is I don't know what I'm doing. It's fun being able to just goof off and stuff, I guess, and it is a way to let off steam, and also just because sometimes I just want to see how far my imagination will go. Sometimes it's like therapeutic. It's also it is some kind of exercise too, but it's hard because you know breaking the fourth wall is it's hard not to break the fourth wall because when people ask like questions that are out of like earnest or whatever that are actually like good questions, it's hard not to break the fourth wall and kind of be like, well, no, this or this, because sometimes people take what I'm saying seriously when I'm being like really sarcastic or being really dark for the sake of just seeing where how far I can go. But they're like, oh man, don't hate yourself so much. And when if you've been watching my show a lot, like you would know my sense of humor. I'm self-deprecating, and I'm also self-defecating right now. Oh God, not again. But I definitely aim for, I'd rather make fun of myself than other people, even easy targets. So it's just easier to kind of, be a fool like a jester in the court. That's how I sort of look at it. Because you can also joke around and say a lot of truthful stuff when you're joking, which is what jesters did too. Sometimes they would get their hands and their legs and their head cut off for it if they rubbed people the wrong way. But it's always been the job of the artist too to poke the bear and poke fun at society and this stupid ass civilization that we live in that calls itself civilized. We're a bunch of rodents. We're a bunch of rodents on the back of a giant turd, and I love it. I'm here for every minute of it, every goddamn minute of it. I'm just kidding. I love everybody. Mostly all of you. It is a survival mechanism. It can be, especially if you come from a dysfunctional family, like everybody I know. So there's always somebody in the family that was trying to like joke and make everything humorous. There's archetypes, and we all fall into those roles. Some of us become all of them and do all of those things. We definitely become our parents. At least in certain ways. We all, it's just, humans have no idea how similar we are, how similar we all are. That's why I think if everybody worked customer service for a year out of their life, the world would be a much better place. Because people would learn that what it's like to be on the other end of that coin. And you learn a lot about people that way too, because you see the same people every day from all walks of life, but they all come in and they say the same thing, they tell the same jokes, they eat the same food, they have the same animals, they have the same concerns, they have the same issues. They just disagree on a few things that these people have, totally escalated over the years, and it's just sad to see like adults act the way they're acting these days. When it would be so much easier just to like have orchards that grew chocolate chip cookies, like trees that were. When I was a kid, you could actually go out into the orchards in Northern California and pick chocolate chip cookies right off the goddamn chocolate chip tree, and it was just the most. It was the most chocolate. Oh, See, I don't know where that came from. It just that's how easy those things. And I hate that I laugh at my own stupid jokes too. It's like embarrassing. Because I just pictured like if in my head, you have to understand my imagination. The way it works is I see this shit. So I'm sitting here in my head seeing this like freaking orchard with chocolate chip cookies just dangling from the freaking. Because I grew in Northern California, it was where there was orange orchards and stuff. So we'd always be running out there getting fresh oranges right off the tree, just eating them, and they're just the most delicious oranges you'd ever had in your life. And then there was like almond orchards and walnut orchards where I grew up. And we'd play hide and go seek in olive trees like orchards and oh man, orange and olive trees are similar because they're bushy. They're more bushy and they go all the way to the ground, practically. And so playing hide and go seek in those orchards were always fun because they're just if you're in an almond or a walnut orchard, all you have to do is just bend down and look. You can see everything, you know. But it was a trip because you would be out in the middle of these orchards and they just go on and on as far as you could see. These it was really cool growing up in the country and growing up in like towns like cities and stuff. I'm grateful that we got to grow up in the country a little bit. Always an adventure, that's for sure. Wow, I am talking. If Terry was here, he'd be so upset. Is this your first Story Grub live? It is. It's the very first one. I very rarely do these lives. I only have 9 lives, and I wanted to keep it, at least down to 3 by the time I get to 80. But I'm only down to 1 life, and I'm only 79. So, uh, I'm kind of pushing it, Hakuna. And I got a ton of my way out of here, if you know what I mean. I think you do because that's your name. That's how I feel about it, anyways. Have a good night, Donna. You be safe out there. First and last, I'm sure. Jim, I'm working on it for you, buddy. I'm working on it. and you won't be, no, I won't be. No, not by anybody. That's for darn sure. Thank you for that. Rude. Well, sorry, like my, well, honestly, is showing my bad. Well, what? You guys are confusing. Ugh. Like I asked earlier, you know, does anybody want some goddamn pancakes? Because I have pancakes. No. I usually stop doing these after 12 minutes because 12 is my favorite number, so that's where I usually. Again. What? Bothered? I think he was joking. I think they're both being funny because they've both been here before. And they know that I've done more lives than that. And they know that I have one more than 2. So that means I have about 3 lives left. So they know that. They're just They're just Joshua-ing around. They're just Joshua treeing around. No big whoop. Let's see. Number 11. What does that mean? Number 11? Are you the top fan, Drebo? Drebo? The top number 11? I'm not sure what that means, buddy. But you're number 1 to me. Just so you know. Jim was more bothered than me. Oh, Jim's fine. Jim's profile picture sums it up. And I mean that in a very respectful way. This is a place where people can all kind of come together and gripe. Hell, I gripe every once in a while. But the more you stay and get to know what's up, the more you'll be like, oh yeah, I was way off. I was way off. Although there's nothing I can say that would change your mind now. But yeah, time will tell. At any rate, I have to go anyways. I have some of those chocolate ice cream cones I need to eat. Because I am going to eat about 20 of those frickin' things tonight. I know that much. But I hope everybody does stay safe, stay good. I hope your family stays safe. I hope your dogs and your cats are good and healthy. And they're not like scooting their butts on the carpet or And I'm trying to get you to scratch their ass every 2 seconds or whatever. I hope the people that you love are safe and sound, and everybody has good dreams. All that crap. And you know why? I think that because you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. In a world full of angry people, you deserve to find some fucking happiness. So, go out and find it. I love you. Y'all be safe out there. Later, Jim. Later, vegan. Later, Jibu. I think you're the best. You're just so wonderful. Hakuna, love ya. Bye, everybody.